Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Liking those comments by Fairy Tail chapter review. Liking those comments, keep them up. I like those comments, very interesting. Alright, moving right along. God Killer, Campione. This one was awesome. Oh my god. Now, so far in this show, the only thing that I gotta complain about is the fact that we haven't seen, and you know, I don't want to keep bringing this up, but we haven't seen that fight between Salvatore and Kusanagi. But yeah, and pretty much this episode, I'm just gonna get the don't mind me, I'm just getting the details so I don't mess up anyone's name, you know, about the whole thing. So yeah, yeah, but this show is freaking awesome, just awesome, and I can't wait. And I really mean this. I can't wait till Sentai Filmworks freaking dubs this. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, all right. Let's get in the beginning. This one was called Wind, Wolf, and Rain. Now, the guy in question that he's fighting, Kusanagi, the guy that Kusanagi is fighting, is called. His name is VOBAN. He's a Duke. Duke VOBAN. Now, basically what happened was Kusanagi was running away from him and getting Maria back into safety. Meanwhile, Erica, she's fighting Liliana. Now, like I said before, Liliana is kind of a bitch, but she's gonna change. And sure enough, she did in this episode. Basically, she's fighting. You know, they're going back and forth and talk here and there, and we get a scene with Kusanagi and Malia, and Malia's trying to heal him, and he says, "Oh, it's not going to work because in order for me to be healed, I need to. It has to be done internally. In other words, you can't do it by physical touch. You have to like kiss him." Man, this guy is such a player. I mean, come on here. He's already got 2 girls, and he's probably going to get like 2 more. I'm like... So basically, she's like saying, oh, that she wants to help Malia, and she's, you know, trying to help. Meanwhile, what ends on happening is, the guy who, you know, works with Malia all the time, comes in, and he tells Kusanagi and Malia, oh, that Erica's in trouble. It's Liliana. He's fighting her back and forth, and she's jumping on the buildings and stuff, and, you know, she's contemplating her, giving her a compliment because of her flying abilities, the flight magic she uses, and at some point, Maria gets involved, but before Maria gets involved, Erica says, oh, are you really doing this for the Duke, VOBAN, or are you doing this for another reason? I can't see you doing this because... And she says that it's her fault. It's Erica's fault because she's going out with Kusanagi. Which has to do with her grandfather and Malia for some reason. I don't know where the connection... Some connection there. And that's the reason why she's doing what she's doing, Liliana. And Malia steps in. She says, no, don't do it. You know, you shouldn't be doing this. You're just repeating what has been repeated 4 years ago with the Duke, and you know we shouldn't be doing this. And she's like saying, "I don't deserve your gratitude." And she says, "Thank you." And when she's about to attack Erica spills the beans about her notebook, and that she wrote something about a guy or something. And she was like, "Ah!" She's freaking out, Liliana. So. And there was like a funny scene where she says, oh, even if you kill me, it'll be in my will. The notebook. It was like, what? Oh, man, this was a crazy episode. A lot of funny moments there. Then we got to a serious moment, because then, she basically found out a few things. See, Maya, her abilities is, she's able to, her sixth sense, she's able to detect what the story is with certain gods and certain mythologies and so on and so forth. So she's able to sense things. So she was able to sense the story behind VOBAN's power. What god he slain and where he gets that power from. And I believe the god was Apollo. So this is an interesting show. I really am digging this show. This show is fantastic. So basically they go to where the Duke is, VOBAN, instead of him falling down. And we get a scene where, and it seems like, VOBAN, he's going to use, the wolves and soldiers and stuff, and he's able to he gets kissed by Erica again. Oh my god, this guy is such, oh man, if I was him, I'd be, come on, man. It's like, craziness. So he gets kissed by her, and he begins to use his power to attack VOBAN. And he uses basically, at first it seems like things are going in his way. Going his way, and basically, he gets the information he needs, and he calls forth his, thing. And at that point, he uses the swords to attack her with. And I'm thinking, this is it. No, you defeated this guy. No, yes, this fight went on forever. Like, he attacked VOBAN 3 times. 3 times. And I'm like, wow. What is this guy, immortal? But anyway, the first time he did it, he basically it was so freaking cool, though. When he fights Kusanagi, I am so in love with this character and his abilities. Because it's almost like a Byakuya kind of thing with Zenbone Sakura. But instead, it's gold swords coming out. And it's just like this stream of swords that he shoots at him as a wolf and the other wolves. And after that sequence of action, he's still going on. This VOBAN guy is like immortal or something, because he don't die. And after he does that, he doesn't know. He tries to do something else. He doesn't know what to do with the plan of how to attack him next. So Malia senses what the other goddess that he has, VOBAN, and she tells Kusanagi it and saying, "Remake your sword." When he does that, though, it kind of doesn't work. And that's when he calls forth his soldiers and everything. So this is like round 2, I guess you could say. So he calls forth his soldiers, and they start fighting with Erica and Liliana. And he says, I'll make you my dead servant. That's like funny. If you die, he's going to make you his servant. But you're dead. You get the gist there. So what ends on happening is Erica is looking at Molly, and she goes like this. She winks at her, saying like, "You have to kiss him." Oh my god, this is such ridiculousness. I mean, like, you think about it. This guy gets all he needs. I mean, come on. He has to get kissed by a girl to get the information. That is awesome. Oh man, I'm so in love with this show. It's just so crazy. But anyway, moving right along. So she kisses him, and he's able to find the other god, which is an Egyptian god. And it was a connection between the Egyptian god and I think Athena? I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. There was just a connection there, and basically he they used crops. It had to do something with crops and everything. And the swords actually change. It looks more Egyptian, the swords. And he uses that to attack the soldiers, the dead soldiers and everything. And it seems like he defeated them. No! This fight continues from there. And what ends on happening is, remember, the stipulation from last week's episode was that he had to keep him off until daybreak. So he's got this sword that's got these spikes coming out of it. After he comes back, VOBAN, with more things, he calls forth wind, rain, and lightning. The weather spirits that he has. And he starts shooting lightning at Kusanagi. He shoots lightning at Kusanagi, and look, Kusanagi gets thrown to this concrete wall. And then it seems like, uh-oh, he's in trouble. But then what happens is, they trying to help him, Erica and the others. He hits the lightning VOBAN at them and says, "This is a battle between kings. You little, I'm not going to have interference with little girls." And then he hits it at Kusanagi again, and he blocks it with his sword, like that. I was like, oh man, such an epic battle. And then eventually he loses his sword, and he then hears these voices, like I said. And the voices are actually the dead soldiers that VOBAN controls. And I think what they're saying at him is, "Avenge us, avenge us." So it was like, wow. Pretty awesome. And then what ends on happening is, he calls forth the ram, the power of the ram, which allows you to, allows him to use I think the same power as VOBAN, or actually it allows him to take in the energy of other, people. So he takes in the soldiers' energy, the dead soldiers' energy, and he takes in Erica's, Liliana's, and Malia. And it's kind of funny scene. You got Erica says, "I'm your sword," and then Liliana says, "I'm your knight." So I was like, wow. It's like, it'd be a hard time to figure out who. And by the way, just to let you know, next week's episode, it's a beach episode. Swimsuits. But anyway, moving right along. So he uses the power that they gave to him, to attack him with lightning. So let me box back and forth, and then he just blasts the holy hell out of VOBAN. And I'm like, oh man, that's gotta be it. He's dead. No, he's still alive. I'm like, no words. Now, and he gets up and he says, "Kusanagi Dodo, I will give you this victory, but next time I will hunt you with all my power." It's like an epic kind of thing. This guy is pretty cool. I like this guy. It's fun. VOBAN for the win. VOBAN for the win? VOBAN? I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but we'll say the Duke. Duke for the motherfucking win. I like that guy. He's an awesome villain. It's like a villain. It's like a mid-range with that villain guy. It's like you hate him, but you like him at the same time. So and that's where it ends. And basically, also I forgot to mention that, it's not like Mario was saying that it's not going to be like 4 years ago. She's going to help, so on and so forth. And then there's this part where, oh my god, Mario is like fainting because that technique, the ram thing, he absorbed life energy, life force as well. So it's kind of like a thing, So she's fainting and everything. He's holding her, and he didn't realize that that's what it was. And Liliana told her about it. So, and then at the same time, Erica's fainting, and he's thinking, "Oh, you must be, hurting too." Faking. She trolled him. Yeah, she trolled. She trolled Kusanagi and just kissed him. And she's like, "Oh!" Malia says, "Stop!" And then Liliana's like, "So sleazy." And I'm like, what? Oh, man, that's awesome. Just awesome. Awesome show. And then that's where it ends. And I want to say this again. I probably said this before. The guy who does the narration of this show is the guy who does the voice of a Kanu from One Piece. That to me speaks volumes, because that's like, whoa. That's awesome. That's awesome. That to me is just like, But yeah, 5 out of 5. This was an awesome episode. I just, this VOBAN guy, that my thoughts on him is just like, immortal. He must be immortal. That's the only way I can explain it. He must be immortal. Because he can't die. It's like, he attacked him 3 times in this episode. I'm sorry I'm laughing about this, but it's so freaking ridiculous and awesome at the same time. But yeah, this show is awesome. Check out Campione, God Killer. Just check it out, man. It's got everything you can ask for. Awesome fights. Harems. Some fan service here and there. It's awesome. It's awesome. But yeah, this was a great episode. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because I just love the action, the lightning, awesome. Just completely awesome. A great episode. Now, like I said before, my only beef this show is we didn't really get to see the Salvatore. Let me look up his name. Doni. Yeah. Salvador Doni. We didn't get to see him fight Kusanagi, but supposedly they did. But I'm going to let that pass because there's only one thing, and yeah, we can move on from there. But that's all I got for you guys. Campione episode 7. Let's see, 8. 5 more. That's kind of disappointing. I thought this was going to be longer than 12 episodes. But can't be too much of a heartache because Southern Line is 24. So, that's all I got for you guys. What did you think about this episode? Duke for the win? And what's up with Kusanagi? He's a player. You know what I would do if I was him? Get Erica, Malia, and... because he's got like 4 girls. Oh, simple. Go to bed with all 4 of them. Because this is awesome, man. I'm like, damn. Kissing all these girls. It's just like insane. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. But that's all I got for you guys. Bonkai922. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this episode. What do you guys think? Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. See you guys later.